to play.
Help my mom with her school sometimes or her meetings.
I search up how to play piano because I got a piano for my birthday.
For school work and searching up some math stuff.
Hi everyone, my name is Sherry Seward and I'm the head of HR for Solace, which is a growing tech company based in Canada. Solace provides software and hardware solutions to some of the most successful companies, including RBC, IKEA, and Daimler. Solace is delighted today to support this morning's social and the wonderful work of the Boys and Girls Club in Ottawa. Thanks to the amazing leadership and volunteers at the BCGO and for all that you do for the youth in this city. It's truly inspirational. Please join us in supporting this amazing organization and help our local youth.
Richcraft Homes, under the helm of its founder Chris Single, has been building homes in Ottawa since 1983. The priority has always been quality and appreciating the privilege of building our clients' dream homes, and it has kept our unwavering commitment to excellence. We will continue to be committed to our people, our homeowners, and our communities, and that's why we are proud to support the BGCO Morning Social.
Rise
and thrive, Ottawa. All right, so okay.
Rise and thrive. So we want more than just us rising and thriving.
No, we want the community to rise and thrive.
Rise and thrive.
Rise and thrive.
Rise and thrive, Ottawa.
Fundraiser of the year. We are broadcasting live on location from our Ron Colbus Clubhouse. We have neighbors, supporters, friends, staff, and members tuning in from right across the city and in backyards and workplaces. Thank you for waking up early to help thousands of children in our community. Now I'd like to introduce our co-chairs, Gary Zed and Lisa Marak, direct from Audi City Lansdowne.
Thank you, Stefan. Good morning, everyone. Lisa, this is my most exciting morning of the year. Do you know why?
I know. You tell me why.
Because I get to say good morning, Ottawa, and good morning, Colbus, good morning, Tomlinson, good morning, Audi Ottawa, good morning, Audi West, and good morning, Audi East, and
bon matin à Karine et l'ambassade de France.
We're back. Every year we get bigger, we get better. I can't believe the big day is here. As the morning social event co-chair, I'm so proud that we could lead this effort to help raise significant funds for the Boys and Girls Club. Now, this is often where I get a little off script. Today, we're supposed to be here to raise $1 million
That's right.
to fund frontline programs and services at the club. But I challenge everyone to maybe think a little bit bigger and a little bit better. It's exciting that in advance of our event, thanks to the generous sponsors, we're already at 25% of our goal.
That's amazing. You know, our theme this year, if you haven't already heard or seen it already, is Rise and Thrive. After such a difficult time, we are focused on rebuilding and helping our most vulnerable neighborhoods in our community. And to be honest, it's all about the kids.
Today is truly a team effort. We have hundreds of people participating in obviously various locations throughout the city. A special shout out to a couple of what I'll call our super hosts. We've got Derek Noble with a large crowd at Cobus. We have Michelle Taggart over at the Tomlinson Clubhouse. And of course, we've got some great super sponsors as well. Bell Media, thanks so much for being on board. And a special thanks to Mark Motors and the Marak family. You've been with us as our anchor sponsor for about 8 or 9 years now.
8 years, yeah.
And we can't really do it without you.
Well, you know what? We're here to help out. The BGC Ottawa offer free life-changing services and programs to every child in Ottawa that needs it. And you can do that today. But let's hear it from our junior members about what the club actually means to them.
I was like, oh no, I wish I can go again, because I really like to like go with other friends and like do other things instead of just staying home with like other friends, because I've been with them like for at least like 3 years. So it's been very fun coming to the Boys and Girls Club, and I can also have some fun here. So usually I'm actually at my cousin's house because we kind of live there now, and it's very fun, but I am the only girl, because like one of my sisters live in Toronto and my other sisters don't really live with me. So that's the hard part, and I'm the only girl that really lives there. And the boys always have fun, but I gotta do something like with myself. Even Uno, I get to play by myself or with my uncle or with my mother. And it's actually very fun. And sometimes the boys would like to also play with me when they see I'm sad by myself. And I really do like it. We really just talk about like what we're doing and everything. We go like how old I am or what's our names, because sometimes we forget. And I would just quickly just ask, like, what's your name? And they would tell me right away. And then we can keep on chatting about what we were chatting about. Like, we were chatting about like what we'd like to draw, because sometimes we also have to draw things. So we would talk about like, for an example, I wanted to draw like a cute little watermelon with eyes. And then I drew that, and she drew like a fruit, like different types of fruits with eyes and like smiling, and it was very cute. So we decided to just put that together like as a puzzle, and yeah, it was very fun. Like we would do like behind you, right there, the puzzle. Yeah, it took a long time, kind of. I really do like to paint and draw, and it sometimes like matters, because sometimes I'd like to do like a easy and then medium and then very hard. Yeah. So I'd actually like I practice a lot at my house and here, so it's very fun for me especially. So I had these friends called Beloved and Lovely. They also still come here, but I don't think they're gonna come here like this week. They were here like last week, but not this week, and I really do miss them. But I always get to actually see them. It's very fun, and they can be my friend until they find like more friends, and we can still be friends, and I would like them to have a lot of fun. I would start drawing some more art for them, and yeah, I have a lot of fun with them. Rise and thrive, Ottawa!
Oh, that was great. Thanks to Angel and her friends, some of our few incredible young members, Katie.
I'm thrilled to be hosting with you here today, Jock, and our guests at BGC Ottawa's Tomlinson Family Foundation Clubhouse.
Thanks, Katie. It's so good to see everybody here in person, and we all can't wait to hear and see some more stories.
So please consider giving today. BGC Ottawa, the Boys and Girls Club, has big impact. Now let's hear from Lena, Stacey Ann, and Amanda, 3 decades of club alumna who continue to give back.
Hi, I'm Stacey Ann Morris, and I'm a proud BGC Ottawa alumna. And so growing up, I was raised by my mom solo. My mom raised me solo, but then she met my stepdad along the way. But especially in the summertime, like this was the spot where it was my club, right? I call it my summer camp, right? And I remember being like in elementary school and hating that question when teachers would ask, you know, what did you guys do over the summer before coming to the club? Because I didn't have anything to do in the summer, right? But coming to the club, I had so many things to say in September to my peers and to my teachers. And so it becomes a family affair, because my parents were like, okay, like she's okay. She's okay, and she's developing friends and she's developing skills. And so I feel like the club is not just for the youth, but it extends beyond that, that sense of belonging. I'm really, really grateful for the club because it definitely was a huge piece of like my family dynamics.
What was a personal challenge where the clubhouse or your experience at BGC Ottawa helped you through it?
Growing up, when it came to sports, it's not my forte, especially sports with my hands. And so growing up in the school, I was always like the last kid to be selected. But when I came to the BGC Ottawa Club right here in Ron Colbus, there was no tryouts. It was just come as you are. And you know, it was great to be part of a community and to be part of friends and being able to play basketball for fun, and just that developed my confidence.
Hi, I'm Amanda Kingsland, and I'm a proud BGC Ottawa alumna.
What was your favorite activity at the club and why?
It's a tough one. One of the best things about the club is that no 2 days needed to be the same. Depending on which friends you had around, it meant different activities depending on what they liked. One of the things that when I was a member, one of the things I always loved, and my dad would bring us to the clubhouse to swim. And so that was always fun for my brother and I. But I always loved doing whatever the group I was with was doing, because I learned so much stuff, right? You get to try your hand at a ton of different stuff, whether it's sports or whether it's on the more artistic side of what you want to do. And I think one of the best things about what we do here, what the club offers, is that you can do that. You can try everything. You know, if you're interested in music but can't get your hands on instruments, they have that here. If you love to paint but don't have a paintbrush, you can do that here too. So I don't know if it's one activity. I just am flooded with memories of a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I could totally relate. Like going home and after each day, my parents like, okay, so what did you do? And I'm like, okay, this is what I did today. And like you said, the 2 days every day is not the same. So I totally relate. Why do you continue to give back?
I always say with a bunch of the alumni when we're talking, we always say we bleed green. You know, I'm where I am as a woman, as a person in this community because of the Boys and Girls Club. And it put me on a path of knowing what I want and going for it. And it allowed me to then invest in what I believed in. And when you invest in the people around you, you know, it comes back to you tenfold. And I really believe that. And so I invest in this organization that invested in me, and I continue to give back because it put me in the position to be where I am at today.
My name is Lina Vera Morales, and I am a proud BGC alumni.
What did the club teach you?
I think the club taught me a lot about creating opportunity. I think that coming to Canada, coming to like a new city, a new country, there was a lot that I didn't really know, and my parents really couldn't guide me through. So I think having the club to rely on and having mentors and staff there, it really taught me how to create those opportunities for myself, and that, you know, there was so much more that I could do beyond what I thought.
And let's like kind of roll with that. So why do you continue to give back, right? Why do you continue to be plugged into the community?
I think I just saw how much of an impact and how much growth that I was able to have for myself, that I would love to be a part of someone creating that for someone else. So you really see it with the youth that show up, that are always present, are always so dedicated, and you know, from seeing a youth who's super shy day one, maybe unsure like I was, that I was like, no, maybe I don't like this place, to then being, oh my gosh, I want to be here 4 or 5 times a week. I'm begging my mom to bring me here, you know? So I think that when you see that motivation, that drive, you really want to just kind of be a part of it.
Thanks to Lina, Stacey, Ann, and Amanda for continuing to give back and sharing their stories. Stefan, back to you.
Thanks so much, Katie. That was so wonderful to see. 3 women who attended the club in 3 different eras, but still had the same positive, life-changing experience. Things that stood out to me was that it was a family affair, that they bled green, and they're flooded with fond memories. It's so awesome to see that they continue to give back. As you may know, BGC Ottawa, the Boys and Girls Club of Ottawa, has been around for almost 100 years. And in that time, the club has changed and grown to meet the needs of the community. As you can see, I have beside me CEO Adam Joyner and Chief Advancement Officer Janelle Eisted. With me today at BGC Ottawa's Ron Colbus Clubhouse, again, that's where we're broadcasting live from. Janelle and Adam, can you share how BGC Ottawa has changed to meet the needs of Ottawa's children and youth?
Absolutely, Stefan. Thank you so much. BGC Ottawa has 4 main program pillars: education, creative arts, physical activity, health and lifestyle, and leadership and social skills. And we do that in 11 locations, which include satellites, a virtual clubhouse, and an overnight camp. In the last year and a half, we have also increased our youth outreach work to include over 19 neighborhoods. So that's 19 more communities that we're in and making an impact in. So super exciting for us. But you know, one thing I want to highlight is none of this would be possible without passionate and committed staff, members, and partners. And they're the ones that make this work happen. And it's been an incredibly hard year, but they've done everything they can to make a difference.
Of course.
Yeah, Adam, you're so right. It's been a tough time for families, and especially for our members. But I'm so inspired every day by how kind-hearted Ottawa is. And so we all are in this together. We fundraise to support essential, impactful, frontline programs for children and youth. And so I have an exciting update to share. We're now at 30% of our goal. So what that means,
yes.
what that means is $300,000 has already been raised to support the BGC Ottawa. So any gift you give today of any amount is deeply appreciated. And so I encourage everyone to be generous today. And thank you so much.
That's amazing. Congratulations to you both. 30% there, still got 70% more to go. Now we'd like to share a rarely seen look into one of our lesser known programs, the Neighborhood Ambassador Program, created because of the pandemic, supported by the Provincial Youth Outreach Program.
The Neighborhood Ambassador Program is partnered with BGC Ottawa, Ottawa Public Health, and the City of Ottawa, and we basically just go to different types of neighborhoods, especially neighborhoods that are at risk, and we connect with youth. Usually it can, like, our target age is usually like 12 to 18. If they're looking for a job, we connect them to the PO team and help them with their resume building, help them with their just applying to different jobs.
Lots of things that we've done that, you know, you feel like you've made an impact on the neighborhood, impact on the youth. Yeah, it's always good to bring the youth together, and you know, like once you go from like saying just hi, and then once you start to get to know their names, and you know, you see a big difference. You know, you see the smiles on their faces when you walk in the neighborhood. It's really good. Yeah, in the beginning, like we had to, you know, introduce ourselves to everyone, obviously. But then after, you know, the parents will say hi to us, and then, you know, that's when
like, hi, how are you doing?
Exactly.
I have a question for you. I love when they do that, because it means they're waiting for you.
Yeah, once they start asking you and talking to you out of, like, getting out of their way to talk to you, that means, you know, you did something. You did something.
And it's like, hi, I actually was waiting for you to come because I want to ask you this question. And like their questions are always so sweet, and like they're always just like, yeah, it's just nice connecting them.
Yeah, being nice,
Oh, also with COVID, the kids don't have school, they don't have their regular things to interact with them, so just interacting with the kids nowadays is just nice, because like you get to see how much they really miss being like in a social environment with school. So like in big families, like you have 5 siblings with you and you're just sitting there around the table, all of you have one laptop, or I've had so many families that have one laptop for their whole like 5 children, and I'm just like, oof. Like, let's try and help.
But like, with NAP, you know, we've been giving out Chromebooks to the youth, you know, giving them a lot more resources for school, and especially with online school, like you were saying, there's a lot of big families, right? So they'll share one laptop, they'll have one charger for it and everything. So, you know, they don't get to use it a lot. So just giving out the Chromebooks, you know, helping them out with school, making life easier for them, you know, because there's a lot more going on. So, you know, taking away some of that stress from, you know, what we can do is,
I'm loving these videos, guys. It was great meeting Thushant and Sarah. Now we're going to hear from Callum, a provincial outreach worker that directs our neighborhood ambassadors.
So the big importance to being involved in the community for the PEL program is the importance that we're actually in the community, being a voice for the community as well, and for them to get to know what the Boys and Girls Club actually are, what BGC actually is. So us being within the community, talking to the individuals that have no idea about the programs, the services that are available to everybody, allows us that extra access to be able to reach the people that need the extra help, to need to know what's actually going on in the community. So us being a large team within Ottawa, we're able to provide those services to get them all the information that they might need. So we have a focus on primarily with the youth, so we're outreach youth workers, but we want to support the families as well. Because sometimes how it always starts is, you know, I go to the basketball net, I shoot some hoops, I school some kids at 21, sometimes we play a little president, and then we have a conversation about what are the things that these kids need. So a lot of the time they come up with the easiest answers, which is, you know, Callum, can you help me out with finding a job? Okay, you know, you're 13, 14 years old, it's really hard for you to find a job. So I have to be like, let's bring in the scope a little. Let's start talking about, have you ever worked, you know, have you ever gotten a resume? Do you know what a resume is? Have you ever done a cover letter? Those are the conversations that we usually start with when we're working with our youth in the community. And then it builds into a bit more to support them through, you know, oh, well, you know, my mom actually doesn't have a job. Can you help my mom find a job? Absolutely, I have no problem helping you find a job. And then when I'm working with their parents, I also come back to the youth and be like, well, what do you want out of this relationship? You know, I'm here to help you the best way that I can. So a lot of the time it's just like, well, you know what? I want to find somewhere cool to play some basketball. I want to find somewhere cool to play some soccer. You know, is there any programs that we have? And that's where the great partnership between the PL and BGC comes in hand there, is because then I can be like, you know what? I got a great free program for you that you can attend, and you'll meet new kids. You'll be able to, you know, get some extra training. You can have some more space. And then that partnership just grows, right? So that youth is able to get, you know, a program out of it. They get a great relationship with a PL worker, but they also get support for the family as well. And again, when we meet one family, they usually have 5 or 6 siblings, and then they'll have their cousins as well. So it just keeps growing and growing. We're able to provide all those services to those individuals. And a young lady was presented. At the time, she was maybe 15 years old. And she was presented that she was being human trafficked. So she was being passed around from pretty much from pimp to pimp to pimp, and that she was staying in hotels. So most of the time what that means is that this individual is being passed around and profited for sexual favors. And I remember the first time I met her. So I met them at the Second Cup downtown in Ottawa, and the person had a hood on, was hiding in the corner, wasn't really willing to have that kind of conversation with me. And that first interaction that I had with that youth will always be something that I stick with. And it took me, I think, 8 months to really find a connection with this person, to really help them from where they were, to get them to feel like they can do better than where they're at. And that one will stick with me for the rest of my life.
That was a powerful story told by Callum. It feels good knowing that there are people like Callum, Suthanth, Sarah working with vulnerable youth in our community. I don't know about you, but that gives me hope. Now let's hear from some of our other supporters in the sports community. Ottawa Senators player Brady Tkachuk and Ottawa Red Blacks players Nate Bahar, Matt Nichols, Justin Howell, and Richie Leone. Check this out.
Hi guys, this is Brady Tkachuk from the Ottawa Senators. Thank you for joining the BGC Ottawa Morning Social. Donate today to help out kids from 19 different neighborhoods. Opportunity changes everything.
So my name is Nate Bahar. I am a professional wide receiver here in Ottawa with the Ottawa Red Blacks, and I am also, very happily, a board member with BGC Ottawa. Today, myself and a few of my teammates, I have Justin Howell, quarterback 1, Matt Nichols, and Richie Leone, all-star punter, here to just enjoy some time with the kids. We're taking them through some drills here on the court at beautiful Thomason Clubhouse. Go! 1, 1, nice, here we go! Awesome, Tony. Myself and my fellow Red Blacks players are, overjoyed to be here today because BGC, one of those incredible organizations that supports healthy living and an active lifestyle for kids. And, there's nothing more important than seeing the kids get out here, get outside on a beautiful sunny day, go through some drills, enjoy it, work up a little bit of a sweat, and have some fun. Join us on September 10th for the BGC Morning Social.
Thanks so much to Ottawa Senators Brady Tkachuk and Ottawa Red Blacks players Nate Bahar, Matt Nichols, Justin Howell, and Richie Leone. We saw some real young sports talent out there as well. I'd like to now introduce a message from our title sponsor, Mark Motors.
Audi believes in building cars today for a better future tomorrow. Cars that make an impact on today's children who will be responsible to shape the future. Progress is innovation and driving forward. Progress is one of the pillars of the Mark Motors Group and has been for over 60 years in business. Together as a community, we have the power to inspire, connect, and deliver new opportunities. The Boys and Girls Club of Ottawa shares the same culture of progress, where they create the environment for innovation, a better future, and a path to provide for those who have little. Coming together is the beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success. The Mack family and Mark Motors Group are proud supporters of the Boys and Girls Club of Ottawa. Join us and support the Boys and Girls Club Morning Social in your way to the future.
I also see there are quite a few car lovers here at the club. Now over to you, Gary and Lisa.
Thanks, Stefan. Lisa, your future customers await.
We all know what, you can never be too young.
You know, we've been doing this program for years, and I had no idea that we were actually in 19 neighborhoods across the city. So, you know, every day we're all learning more and more about, you know, what the Boys and Girls Club has to offer. We've been part of this for quite a while.
You know, it's been amazing that we've been doing this version of the breakfast, now the morning social, for 12 years. It has been such a boost to be able to help the BGC Ottawa as a family. In fact, we have alumni in our group, which we are super proud of. And it means so much to me, my brothers, the Mark Motors Group family, to be able to give back in a way that essentially will help the overall community for us.
So I got some more great news to share. We're now at 45% of our goal.
Amazing.
We deeply appreciate your support. We obviously can't keep track of everything coming in. As I did last year, if you have a donation, maybe a large donation you'd like to make, and you can't do it online, but you want to let us know, send me a text, 613-899-0960, 613-899-0960, so we can keep the tally. I know I'm shameless,
I honestly, how are we doing with our auction over there?
Well, it's funny you say that. I keep on getting outbid on the auction items. So we do have a live auction going on as well. I hope you like hot air balloon rides.
Absolutely, I prefer the zip line.
And I actually am the current #1 bidder on the zip line, so please try not to outbid me on that. But just let me pause for 1 second. I think it's really important to remind everybody that this is our only fundraiser of the year. Historically, we may have, in the pre-COVID world, we may have had 6, 7, 8 events, plus scores of third-party events. And many of you would have participated in 2 or 3 or 4 of those. This is your only opportunity today to support and participate in an event. So we'd like you to think about consolidating your gift. We'd like to have you think about going deeper and to really provide us the support that we need to get to our goal. I have my bigger goal and we have our smaller goal. So hopefully you'll help meet me maybe in between. Why don't we head over and see how Katie and Jock are doing over at the Tomlinson Family Foundation Clubhouse.
Sounds good.
Well, we have a special guest today with us at the Tomlinson Family Foundation Clubhouse. Stephen Bekta, who is our board chair, has joined us.
Hi, Jock. Hi, Katie. How are you?
Good. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. Katie.
Steve, can you tell us why did you join the board and volunteer for BGC Ottawa?
Well, it was easy. I was a member when I was a kid, and the Boys and Girls Club of Ottawa changed the trajectory of my life. It was so easy for me to join the board 10 years ago now and been board chair for 5, and it's such an amazing organization, and I just want to give back, and I encourage all of the people out there to think about the club and giving back as well.
And Steve, why should donors and the community invest in BGC Ottawa?
Well, the BGC Ottawa is here for all kids in Ottawa for free, and that's why we eliminated membership fees to all of our kids over 10 years ago. All children and youth aged 6 to 18 years old have access to our life-changing programs and services because we know that opportunity changes everything. We would never want cost to be a barrier. 90% of club members say that they can truly be themselves at the club, and 2/3 of members say that the club actually saved their lives.
Steve, can you tell us what's next for BGC Ottawa?
We've got an incredibly exciting vision ahead. We want all children and youth in Ottawa to discover and achieve their dreams and grow up to be healthy, successful, and active participants in society. Who wouldn't want that for our young people? We set a bold goal in the fall of 2019 to double the number of clubs, members, and impact that we had in the community by 2024, and we are making huge strides towards that goal with the help of our incredible donors. Speaking of which, I have a very special surprise for you today. I'd like to invite Mike Wilson, longtime board member and incredible champion of the club, here today. Welcome, Mike.
Thanks, Steve. It's really great to be up here with you, Katie and Jock. As a matter of fact, Jock and I grew up in Ottawa together before I had a chance to move to Boston and pursue a career in investing for a number of years. And it was that career success that eventually allowed my family and I to return to Ottawa, where I got involved with the Boys and Girls Club. As a board member and longtime supporter, I came to realize that community is not something that you form or create, but rather it's something that you wake up to and you choose to participate in. And this COVID crisis has definitely been a wake-up call for all of us. In particular, I'm especially concerned about the potential long-term impact on the children and youth in this city, especially in vulnerable neighborhoods. So for these reasons, I believe now more than ever, those who are more fortunate in the city need to step forward and help those less fortunate. The Boys and Girls Club needs our help today, and they're doing amazing work providing support and assistance to children and families in need. But the reality is their resources are limited and they need our help. So with that in mind, I'm very pleased today on behalf of my family and myself to announce a $300,000 gift to the Boys and Girls Club. Now normally I would do this sort of thing anonymously, but given everything that's happened, I feel that doing it publicly might inspire others to give whatever they can. No matter how big or small, every gift counts. It can all help, and we need your help, so thank you very much.
Mike, I've known you a long time, and this is phenomenal. It's so much needed for this community and for this organization, so thank you. And everybody out there, be like Mike and donate.
Let's now meet a very special young man, hear how BGC Ottawa has changed his life.
The first time I came to this clubhouse, don't remember the exact year, but I know it was around the age of like 10 to 12. I'd come on the invitation of a friend who said he had come here prior and that they were doing a basketball program. So with that, I said, hey, why not? I wasn't doing anything at home, so I decided to come and be active with him. I think the first thing I remember seeing was a really tall person, which I later found or discovered his name was Tim, and he is now the clubhouse manager. And just the amount of noise and activity that there was. Usually at home it was pretty quiet, but you hear basketballs, you hear kids running around, you hear the sounds of the pool or just water crashing, ping pong table, pool table. There's people having fun in general, and I thought like, wow, I don't know. I lived like down the hill like five minutes away. Like how come I've never heard of this place? But yeah, ever since then I was hooked. Around 13 years relationship with the Boys and Girls Club, so from 10 years old to 23 now, which a long time. A lot of us are alumni, and a lot of us, I guess once we turn 18, we're not ready to let go. We decide to stay, and we want to just give back what the Boys and Girls Club has given us, and give the future generations the same love and support that we received once we were young. My mom finds it crazy that even later on that I'm still coming back here, that I'm still coming back to the neighborhood, because now it's been almost a decade that we moved out, and yeah, she's always like, wow, when I'm like, I am going to the Boys and Girls Club, she's like, oh, you still go over there? I'm like, Mom, I work there now. And she's like, oh, okay, and then she's like, yeah, have fun or whatnot. But yeah, for her, it's I guess she's proud too, because I'm still going back in the community and giving back. So for her, she has no problem with it, and she's happy that I'm staying close to, I guess, where we started. When I talk to new members or the parents, I usually, when I'm giving them the tour, I tell them that the most important thing that you could create here is the connections and the relationships, because just the people in general and the consistency that comes with the Boys and Girls Club and the support that comes with the Boys and Girls Club, whether it's financially, whether it's hampers that they do during the holiday seasons, you will be supported in this community. You will, if you need help and you ask for help, you will receive the help that you require. Even recently, I have one kid, her name is Joelle. I've helped her since the 7th grade. I remember when she was so small. She came into the homework room with her mom, and I was one of the only ones that could speak French, her mom said like, hey, my child needs help with homework, but it's French. And I said, oh, of course, like I'll be happy to help her. I speak French. French is my first language. And from there, we just developed a relationship. We continued talking from, I think I've seen probably every piece of subject of homework that she's done, whether it's science, math, history, all of that stuff. She would always come by and have me double check her work. It was amazing seeing her receive her scholarship at the end too. I was her reference from one of those. And just seeing how far she's come, and now she's going to University of Ottawa and a program of her choice. So it's just, for me, it's a success story, and just that I was able to be a part of it is amazing to me. Right now I studied political science as my bachelor's. Now I'm studying public administration. And then once I'm done, I'm hoping to go to law school. And then I also got a scholarship this year from BGC Canada to help with the financing of my schooling. So with that, the Boys and Girls Club has not only helped me with being an employee and just being a kid and developing and growing and having a safe space to just play and grow, but also supporting me in my educational objectives and my goals. So with that, it's Boys and Girls Club has been there almost every step of the way. I would say the Boys and Girls Club changed my life a little bit. I was also an introverted kid, so I didn't really like leaving the house as much, or I didn't like really doing anything out of my comfort zone. But the Boys and Girls Club really pushed me out of my comfort zone and helped me develop into the person I am today. And I continue to grow and to learn new things. The community, or it's the environment, or it's the organization as a whole, it's looking to continue to evolve and to get better. That's what's also good about the Boys and Girls Club, that they don't want to stay stagnant, but they want to keep moving forward and to keep building and to keep, it just shows how we should also be doing the same, whether it's in our mindset, whether it's in the way that we do things, to continue to become better versions of ourselves every day. And the financial support for one was so essential for me, and just the support in general from that. I call these people my second family, my second home. I think that every kid deserves to experience what I've experienced here at the Boys and Girls Club.
That was such a powerful story about how a young person's life can be transformed by community and mentoring. Michael, your story, your journey is absolutely amazing.
It's absolutely incredible. You know, I've watched that story a couple of times now, and every time I watch it, I actually tear up. It's really, really impactful. You know, the other Michael's a pretty amazing person too. I'm referring to Mike Wilson and the Wilson family. I can't thank you enough. Mike is a real quiet community leader for us. He's been there time and time again, and he's stepping up. That's real community leadership. And to be honest, we need more of the Mike Wilson and the Wilson family to help support us today, and getting some larger significant giving. All donations matter, no matter the size. And so we really, really look forward to asking and having each of you to step up in whatever way you can today. Mm-hmm. Lisa, our time at the Morning Social is coming to an end. A sincere thanks to our many generous sponsors. Let's watch another sponsor video.
Find games to play. Help my mom with her school sometimes, or her meetings.
I search up how to play piano because I got a piano for my birthday.
For school work and searching up some math stuff.
Hi everyone, my name is Sherry Seward and I'm the head of HR for Solace, which is a growing tech company based in Canada. Solace provides software and hardware solutions to some of the most successful companies, including RBC, IKEA, and Daimler. Solace is delighted today to support this morning's social and the wonderful work of the Boys and Girls Club in Ottawa. Thanks to the amazing leadership and volunteers at the BCGO and for all that you do for the youth in this city. It's truly inspirational. Please join us in supporting this amazing organization and help our local youth.
Richcraft Homes, under the helm of its founder Chris Single, has been building homes in Ottawa since 1983. The priority has always been quality and appreciating the privilege of building our clients' dream homes, and it has kept our unwavering commitment to excellence. We will continue to be committed to our people, our homeowners, and our communities, and that's why we are proud to support the BGCO Morning Social.
Hi, it's Sandra and Chris from the Capitals Kiss 105.3, and we're here representing the Rogers Ottawa team. We're so happy to be part of the Boys and Girls Club of Ottawa Morning Social.
Rogers has been a longtime partner of BGC Ottawa and excited to support the delivery of services and programming to almost 5,000 youth in our community.
Helping youth in Ottawa achieve their highest potential and remove barriers to education through programs that support BGC, such as Ted Rogers Scholarships and Ted Rogers Community Grants. We're also helping to bridge the divide through device donation programs to keep kids connected to their mentors.
We are ready to rise together with everyone virtually today. Let's help children and youth in our communities reach their highest potential and thrive.
Whoever is outbidding me all the time on the InterZip Rogers Adventure Package, could you please stop? Someone wants it pretty badly, but so do I. So maybe we can talk offline. So listen, we couldn't broadcast and host this morning social with everybody today. I'm super happy to announce that we're already at 80% of our goal.
Wow.
And we've got lots more time to go. And obviously you can make your donations today. You can follow up with us after the event. And you have this opportunity to really help make an impact on the youth and the children of our neighborhood. So it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Okay, so we'll see you all live next year. And now back to you, Stefan.
Thanks for that, Gary. And Lisa, I promise it's not me outbidding you for that zip line, but I was definitely with you when you said you were tearing up on that video. It has been an incredibly inspiring morning. We want to thank everyone who made this possible, especially to our volunteers, staff, supporters, sponsors, and of course, you guys, our event co-chairs, Gary Zed and Lisa Marak. Please give today. I promise you will not regret it. When you invest in young people, you build the leaders of tomorrow. A sincere thanks to all of you for tuning in, for holding watch parties and corporate challenges. It means a lot to us. We will leave you with this special update. BGC Ottawa is inspired to take this next step in our history. A new clubhouse in the south end of Ottawa, the Taggart Parks Family Clubhouse. A sincere thanks to the Government of Canada, the COVID-19 Resilience Fund, the Province of Ontario, the City of Ottawa, of course, Taggart Parks Family Foundation, Lee Cross Foundation, the Reshan family and Cavan communities, and many, many, many other supporters making all of this possible. Check out this video on our progress thanks to the generosity of folks like you. Thanks for rising with us today. Take care.
Can you imagine if you were a struggling child who was really lost in their life? School was tough. Maybe your home situation is not wonderful. Maybe you're a new Canadian and you haven't found that place to be accepted in your community. Can you imagine the change in your life if you suddenly had that place?
When I was a child, the club allowed me to have a space that felt like my own. It was a place that I could go every night and feel supported by the people that cared for me.
We've been missing a BGC Ottawa location like this in the South for a long time. The opportunity to build something new and something that excites the community here is just a lifetime dream.
I really like this space, but I think we need a bigger place because more people are coming, and this is really too small.
To have a physical space bigger than what we've been able to provide up to now is incredible to see what the potential is.
Over 5,000 children and youth in the South End really need resources like the BGC Ottawa. By 2024, we want to double the number of visits, we want to double the number of members, we want to double the number of locations, but more importantly, we want to double the impact that we have in this community.
The impact of a place like this is far-reaching and it's long-term. It's going to change lives for decades.